What's going on, everybody? Back at it. The Bricks season. What is this? Season 4?
Season 4.
Season 4. We back at it. You can see, as you can see on our lovely video, we got a studio. We official with it. Real deal. We missing two people. My boy Cam, my boy Ladarius can't be with us as of right now. We hope to get them back at some point, whether that's just as guests sometime or just coming in and chilling. But for a little while, you're just going to be rocking with me and Sheba, man.
Yep.
But, yeah, new season. We back at it. We are trying to get more consistent. I swear we say this at least like every time, bro, like every single time. But I'm really trying to be more consistent. We're aiming to release episodes every Friday. So y'all please keep tapping in with us. We really love doing this. So, I mean, let's get into it. You got anything to say, Shibo?
Yeah, man, I just wanted to say we glad to be back, for another season, bringing y'all some more, content, commentary on things going on, just not just here at UNC, but also outside of UNC as well, sports, culture. We bring it all here at the Bricks. So let's get it.
Here at the Bricks, you know what we do. And then we're also going to try to do I had a lot of people talking to me talking about the sports and also doing things outside of sports. So we're going to try to integrate doing sports and things outside of sports and interchanging weeks. So like this week will be sports. Next week we might do music. Then next week we might go back on sports. It really just depends on current events, things that's going on. But we're going to try to give y'all what the people want to hear for sure. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it, man. I've been missing this.
Man.
I've been ready to get back in my element, bruh. Because it's a lot to be talked about. It's a lot to be talked about. And let's start with UNC basketball, man.
Man, there's definitely a lot to be talked about there. Because we watched them on, Wednesday night. It beat Notre Dame, but that first half, I mean, it was looking like we had hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, first half, we 0 for 11 from the 3-point line.
Mm-hmm.
8% finished the game 8% from the 3-point line. And I'm pretty sure that, that's one of the lowest, if not the lowest in program history.
Yeah.
That they've performed. So,
8.7 from 3.
From 3. 2 and total game was 2 for 23. So they didn't stop shooting after the first half. They kept going.
And that's one thing. They're not going to stop shooting. And that kind of brings me to looking at, so you can easily blame a coach for a lot of issues. And obviously, with the situation UNC is in right now, you can't make Caleb shoot better. You can't make RJ shoot better. You can't make Pete Nance get more aggressive. But at what point does it become, okay, Hubert Davis is the issue? Like, are we at that point now, or do you feel like we still have to take into consideration, like, this is the group, as you like to say, retired Roy Williams?
I mean, I said that jokingly, but I mean, you got to look at the group. I mean, they, other than March and April of last year, they haven't really done a lot as a group, outside of that. So, to me, what they're doing now is not really surprising. They haven't never really been a great shooting team.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about what they looked like before Brady back in the 2021 season. I mean, that was also an issue with shooting. I mean, we know what Armando can do, and apparently every team does. And you see it on the tape. You see it in the memes they got all on Twitter. Teams are loading up the paint, loading up the inside, taking away Mondo and making us shoot. I mean, I feel like when you got Leaky Black shooting threes, and as much as he shot this year, that's an issue.
Yeah,
that's not his game.
Yeah, and it's not. But I'm actually glad you brought up Leaky, because I have a bone to pick with him, mainly because, look at Leaky's build, look at his size, look at the way he can easily cut to the basket and get into the paint. There's no reason why he should not be taking over games right now. Like, he is 6'8", 6'9",
yeah,
lean. He probably has the most athleticism next to, like, maybe Dontrez Styles or something. But I want him to get utilized so much more. He doesn't even need to be shooting all the time. Like, the way he can slash the basket, he's already taller than most defenders. And he's wide, he's big, he has big shoulders. Like, he can get into the paint. So for me, I hate when, like, I see this little passing routine they do on the perimeter. He waits, every now and then he might shoot a corner shot. He's really a pass first kind of guard, waiting to open up everybody else. But like, if he really used his speed, his strength, and athleticism to his strengths, oh my God, bro, he could be a demon on the court.
Yeah, and I think that's like the point that you said, that falls on Hubert. I feel like he hasn't really done a good job of, crafting plays, schemes for this team to succeed. I know we know he's a 3-point type of coach. He likes to spread the floor. He likes the modern game. He's told, I know he was trying to tell Mondo to, work on his threes before this season. Of course, he's letting Caleb Love, explore his game from the 3-point land as well, often too much, but he's doing it. So
that hero ball got to stop, bro.
Yeah, but I think Hubert has to realize that's not the identity of this team. It's a few players like RJ is a more consistent 3-point shooter. I give him that, but he hasn't been shooting the best from 3 this year. Mm-hmm. And then outside of that, we thought Pete Nance was gonna do it, was gonna fill in for Brady, but that's not his strength this year either.
Boo! No offense to Pete Nance, but if you ask me, I feel like not the single hand issue, but like one of the biggest issues is we have Pete Nance who's supposed to go out here and help space out the floor. Armando's already in the paint. Armando's going to do what Armando does. He has no issue. Caleb, we know how he's been playing since he got here. Same with RJ. Same with Leaky.
Right.
So we got Pete Nance in this position where he can, for lack of other words, make or break a team in the situation they're in. At his height, at his size, at his mobility, and at the way he played at Northwestern, there's no reason why that should not be not contributing, my fault, but like translating here. Like he was shooting, I think, 43% from 3 at Northwestern. Good shooting percentages. But when he gets on the court out here, it doesn't look like he knows what to do. He's passing the ball a lot, which is fine. He's cool. Hubert Davis told him, look, man, I want you to be more aggressive. He's trying to be more aggressive. I can see it. But he does not know how to fit into this flow with a team. Like, he doesn't know how to take over. He doesn't know what his role is. He doesn't know when to score. He doesn't know when to just play defense. Like, he's going out there and running around and doing what he can, contributing while he can. But then this is when it goes back to Coach Davis again. This is where I feel like it could be some coaching things, because you have somebody who was doing good at Northwestern, and that's the thing. I'm not hearing this stuff about him being trash, because he's not a trash player.
Yeah, he wouldn't be here.
He wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's not forget the caliber that Carolina is at and has been. But he's coming here, and it's just not translating. And that's when it makes me be like, okay, I'm in here. I'm listening to these interviews. I'm talking to Hubert Davis. He's saying, yeah, I'm telling Pete to be more aggressive. Okay, for sure. But how? Like, he can shoot the ball. He can do everything good. He can do everything pretty decent. There's not one thing he can really do well. Like, he's not going to be the first guy I want to shoot the 3. He's not going to be the first guy I want to try to slash in and get a nice layup, even though he has the size and mobility to do it. It's just like, at this point, okay, Hubert Davis, like, let's pick one thing. Okay, let's say Pete Nance is pretty decent at just defending and shooting corner 3s. All right, boom, let's get him nice at that. That's exactly what we did with Brady.
Yeah.
And you see how that worked.
Had no pressure on him. I mean, Brady even put it on more himself. We saw down the stretch on the defensive end, going down there to help Mondo down there in the paint. But also too about Hubert is just like everybody's been saying, the bench usage. We are near the bottom of all of Division I in our bench usage, and there's some dudes on the bench that we just not using. Jalen Washington.
Yeah.
I mean, stretch big. He can do it from the perimeter. He can do it from the inside.
He's doing what Pete Nance should have been doing.
Yeah.
Honestly, as a freshman. And that's a good point about our bench too, because and this is where I'll give him the benefit of the doubt to see how he plans on using this bench as we go into his next recruiting class and everything like that. But you got players like Dontrez Styles that is riding on the bench, who had a very key role in us even making it to the championship last year.
Yep.
You got players like Seth Trimble, who only comes in to defend, and I have an issue with that because he is a great defender, but he's just as good as an offensive player as he is a defender. And he's going out there and playing more timid as an offensive player, even though he has that bag because of the way he's been utilized. Same with Tyler Nickel, who is a knockdown corner 3 specialist. Like, we got people on this bench who is nice, and they're not seeing the court.
And I say it often on Twitter when I'm watching the games. I would like to see. I do slightly disagree about Seth's offensive ability.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's a very good shooter.
Mm-hmm.
But
he don't take much shots.
Yeah, and he doesn't take much shots.
He can get to the paint with ease. He reminds me of Kobe White a little bit.
Because I from what I've seen all the way from, I'm talking about from the exhibition game, their own scrimmage to now. I mean, I think Seth Trimble is up there as one of the most athletic on this team.
Oh yeah,
like leaky level. And
he's jumping out the gym, bro.
Yeah, and I think when he's in the game, when it's a lineup with him, a rare lineup with him and like guys like Tyler Nickel, I think Hubert can set up some plays for Seth to, get the ball in the basket on the inside. Give and go. I mean, we run a lot of the high-low with Armando Bacot.
Yeah.
Giving it up to him at the top of the paint. I feel like a give and go would definitely help because he's got the speed, he's got the agility and athleticism to get around defenders and get to the basket, catch a lob or something like that. And Tyler Nickel, man, he is the all-time leading scorer in Virginia.
In Virginia, yeah, he's Mr. Virginia.
Come on
Mr.
now,
Virginia basketball.
He can score. I think he can.
He has, in my opinion, one of the highest ceilings currently in terms of freshmen and people on the bench.
Yeah,
like. I hope he sticks it out with us. I think he will, but his shooting alone, he just needs to get a little bit more consistent, build that confidence. That's gonna come with more playing time, of course, but he's gonna be dangerous, bro.
Yeah, like you said, it comes with more playing time, and I mean we at game 29?
Yeah,
coming up.
Yeah, I mean, and that brings me to this part. We got 3 games left in the season. Number 6 Virginia, Florida State, and then of course Duke.
Yep.
What is it going to take for this team to get to the standing and seeding that they want to, for one, make it to the NCAA tournament? And then what is it going to take in this ACC tournament for us to maybe even potentially solidify a spot?
Oh, shoot. I mean, I feel like they got to take care of what's in front of them now, and that's this regular season and winning out. Because you went out, I feel like if they went out with a win over Virginia at home, they went out with a win over Florida State, and Duke would be the better win.
Yeah,
I think those 2 wins right there will be huge to how they're seen in the selection for the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I think if you win out, you have less pressure going into the ACC tournament.
Yeah.
But if they drop 2 of these 3 games, I mean, at that point, you're looking at, okay, we might need to win this ACC tournament.
Yeah.
Or just make it to the championship game to even get considered.
Yeah. Because I think they dropped the bracket today, I want to say. I saw our seeding, and Duke is, I want to say we're 7th for ACC.
Yeah.
Duke is like 1 ahead of us, so they might be 6th. But the way it's looking in terms of the ACC, I don't see any reason why we can't make it to the championship. Let's not forget we were the number 1 ranked team in the nation. And we were number 1 for a reason outside of what I would argue is like a little fluke around last year. But we still have players on this team that are elite level players, and the ACC is not good right now, which is just the truth. The ACC is not that good right now. The other teams that we would have to play are teams that I feel like we're better than. I honestly feel like as a team on paper as a whole, we are better than most of the teams in the ACC right now. Like on paper, it's just putting together those components, putting together the team chemistry, putting together utilizing players correctly, coaching correctly for this to go smoothly. And I think this is a position that UNC needs to kind of like whip them into shape a little bit, trying to get them to want to actually go out there and earn something. Caleb Love, Armando, RJ, every time in interviews, they're like, we got a goal, we try and play towards, that's a championship, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, y'all obviously not taking the regular season as serious as you should. Let's throw you into the deep end with the Sharks and see how y'all do, which is what happened last year, and it did something. So I ain't going to count us out until I really see, but it's not looking too good for us, man. I can't lie.
Yeah. Like you said, it's all about just putting together schemes and stuff to fit this team. and that will put the chemistry together. I feel like, and I think that's what's missing. Of course, people gonna say, "Oh, it's accountability." Oh, it's that. To me, it boils down to the scheme and the ability to shoot the basketball.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's transition to a team that's actually kind of doing good.
Oh yeah,
the women's basketball team. They are currently 19-8, 22 ranked right now.
Mm-hmm.
About to play the Hokies today.
Ooh, yeah, very good matchup today. Not a must win, but it would be nice to add to the resume.
It'll definitely be nice.
Once again, Alyssa Utsby. Now she went on her Instagram. I'm pull it up. She's hitting that something. She might be back on Thursday night. She might be back tonight.
I think so.
They gonna need her. She said, "Tell a friend to tell a friend." And I think if she comes out, I think she'll be ready to go. Mm-hmm. She's been day to day for about a week or two. So
yeah. I mean, I just want to real quick give credit to Coach Bankart. I feel like she is doing exactly what this women's program needed, turning them around, putting them in the direction they need to. Since she's gotten here, we've been ranked, right? Almost.
Yeah.
I want to say.
I think
if I'm wrong, y'all don't come from me.
I mean, she has pretty much like elevated the program as soon as she got here.
And I mean, everybody, and even in terms of recruiting too, bro. Like I see a lot of good depth in this team, even after Deja's going, Alyssa's going. I'm a big fan of Paulina. I love the way that she plays when she really can actually get to play. Yeah. Once Deja does leave, I feel like she's gonna be just the next, like just gonna take the torch. You know what I'm saying? To keep going from where she left off.
Yep.
But yeah, I like this team a lot. I like how they're playing. Like you said, not necessarily a must win. We're ranked, which is good. 22 we dropped, but we can get this dub, finish out strong, beat Duke, which I'm hoping. Duke is number 11.
Yeah, and I think we're definitely better than Duke. We seen that. When they came here to Carmichael.
Yeah.
And I will give Duke credit. They are a very good defensive team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a dogfight. It's also going to be a dogfight tonight when they play Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
And I think, this team, I think before the NC State loss or during the NC State loss, they had lost like 3 of the last 4.
Yeah, they haven't had it easy at all. Yeah. Especially with injuries.
Yeah, that's just injuries. And I think if they can get Eva back too before the tournament, that would be huge because that's some more 3-point shooting to take some pressure off of Kenny Todd Williams, Deja Kelly, because they've been really feeling. Deja had her career high 32 against Syracuse, and that was a loss. So, definitely take some pressure off of them, and get back to where they usually always have like 3 or 4 players in double digits every night because that's just how versatile, how deep this team is. So I think once they get a depth back, man, they'll be very scary in March.
They'll be very scary. I'm looking forward to seeing the tournament.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna do pretty good. I mean, the teams are normally always the toughest. South Carolina.
Oh yeah.
They some dogs, man.
And see last year, last year this team got experience from that when they faced South Carolina. Now that game wasn't like no blowout. Now they were in that game.
Yeah,
and so that's another thing too. They got experience, and I'm pretty sure it's likely that this whole core returns again. They got another year, and just to add on to that experience and what they've been doing for the past 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
it's gonna be big.
I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, we can win a natty. I'm gonna say it now for all those listening. If the women's team wins a natty, we better be flooding Franklin.
Oh yeah, it better be the same energy.
I need the same energy as if Caleb and them won because they've been working just as hard too.
Yep.
But let's keep talking about basketball. Let's move to the NBA, man. Oh my gosh, we ain't did an episode in so long, so there's so much going on with the NBA right now. Like if we were to compare the last episode compared to this one, just off of things that we talked about in the NBA, it's probably like it's day and night now. I don't where do you want to start, bro? We can go from the All-Star game, we can go from trades, we can. I don't even know, bro.
I guess we can go in order. So the trade deadline came first, right?
Okay.
Trade deadline came first. Everyone knows the biggest trade was Kevin Durant to the Suns.
Yeah. Who won that trade? Who would you say won that trade?
So this was a multi-team trade.
Yeah.
I think, of course, the easy answer is the Suns because you add Kevin Durant to that core, DeAndre Ayton, Chris Paul, Devin Booker.
Yeah.
You know, they've been disappointed the past few years. I mean, they were close in 2021. Couldn't finish the job. Then last year, they let Luka Doncic get the best of them.
Yeah. Luka Magic.
The only thing is they do lose a key piece in Cam Johnson.
Yeah.
And
I don't think people realize how like both of these losses were pretty big for them. You know what I'm saying? Their bench depth isn't where it used to be. But you know what I'm saying? I can see how both teams would win. I would give both teams close to the same grading. Like I only give Phoenix probably like A- and Phoenix A-, the next like a B+ because losing KD is always going to knock you down.
Yeah.
But I like what the Nets are doing with their youth. Like they got Cam Thomas, Mikal Bridges just had a 5-point game before All-Star break. Cam Johnson, I'm calling it now, is bound to have a 40-point game soon. So like they have a bunch of key pieces of youth that they can work to build on.
Oh, and a whole bunch of picks too.
Bunch of picks.
Yeah, a whole bunch of picks.
Pretty much like OKC with the picks. I'm just like, what is Ben Simmons like? What is his role on this team now? He looks like Pete Nance out there.
Ben Simmons, I mean, I feel like you got to question his NBA future at this point because who's going to use him?
He averages more turnovers than points or something like that.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I think because he only averages like 3 points right now or something.
He doesn't.
And it's not a 3-pointer.
Yeah, he don't want to play, and when he does play, it's like, you know, what is he out there doing? You know, he doesn't want to shoot. I think he's the only player I've ever seen, especially in today's NBA, where everybody wants to get their points. Everybody wants to get they shine. Mm-hmm. He's like the only player that he's like scared to score.
Yeah.
Like,
my fault. He averages 6 points, so 3 more. My fault.
Like, come on now, you in today's NBA, bro. Like everybody getting 40 pieces, and you averaging 6 points.
6 points and first round pick.
6'10". What is he? 6'10"?
6'10". First.
They was comparing him to LeBron.
Yeah. Oh my God, they was comparing him to
LeBron James, bro. You think LeBron James is ever gonna let himself average 6 points a game?
Speaking of LeBron, all-time leading scorer. Crazy. Like we really have to take a moment to appreciate the greatness that and I'm not even the biggest LeBron fan in the world, but like all-time leading points, especially as what, a 38-year-old?
You're 20?
Like what?
You're 20.
Where is he in your GOAT talk at this point?
I know he's been teetering number one for a while.
Yeah.
I would say back to when he won the title in 2016 with the Cavs. That's when he became our definitive number one.
Yeah.
Of course, I know everybody around you say that everybody around you gonna say Jordan. I understand the argument, but I feel like LeBron, just the longevity. It's just so many things that go into it. The longevity, the adaptation to his game. Like his game, watching him now you can say it's totally different than how he played in 2016. I mean, you can say that about the whole NBA, but like LeBron has literally adapted to every facet of the game. When Curry came in and revolutionized it with the 3-pointer. I mean, we've seen a lot more LeBron.
You saw how you pulled up in the NBA All-Star game?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He out there firing. You know, he got the move. You look at the ball, you know. And it always go in. But
or off the bank.
But yeah, I think he's a number one, man. I think there's some things he can do that other players in history just couldn't.
Yeah.
And also too, that's because of the God-given athleticism he got, size and athleticism. That, Jordan had the athleticism, but we've seen LeBron do some things that only LeBron can do. So,
yeah. I'm like, me personally, I don't think I'll ever put anybody over Jordan. But LeBron was in my third all-time. He's moved up to first after, breaking the all-time scoring record. And we're going to get back to All-Star game and trades and all that. But for me, I feel like, let's look at a player like Bill Russell. You can talk accolades all you want. Some people will have him in his GOAT talk, not most.
No.
So you can look at numbers and accolades and championships and all that. Cool. Let's look at the influence you have on the game. And this is where it really gets down to the wire because we're comparing different eras, which almost makes me not want to even compare them because LeBron is the GOAT of this era.
Yeah.
And Jordan is the GOAT of his era.
No doubt.
But the only thing that really puts Jordan over LeBron for me outside of Jordan never losing in the finals is that he truly revolutionized the game. Like when people think of NBA basketball, the first person that's going to come to your mind is Michael Jordan. Like in terms of the culture, in terms of how people played, aggressiveness, everything. Kobe Bryant modeled his game after him. LeBron modeled things after him. So like MJ is the standard. This is where we're setting every player who comes into the league. Like here's how you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Between him and LeBron, damn near. So like when you're comparing these two players, to me, it's like the eras are different for sure. But the culture of how basketball even got to this point, like basketball was arguably a little boring at times before MJ came in. Like not to hate on the old school players or anything like that, but the way that the game was played then is definitely different than now.
Oh yeah,
especially before 3-point line. So like we bring a player like Jordan in who people have literally never seen ever play like this ever. Now we're moving the NBA in the direction so we can get people like LeBron and get people like KD. This is a mentality at this point.
Yeah.
So for me, that's why I can't personally ever put him over MJ because I just got a different level of respect for MJ. But I respect LeBron in any GOAT talks. Like I can't really change people's minds on that one. You feel me?
Yeah, and like I respect both of them because, like you said, it's different eras, and I mean I get the people that be like, oh, Jordan would average 40 in his era. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't average 40 points in his era. But I don't think.
Okay, maybe not average.
I don't think averaging 40.
But Jordan he's cooking. I'm sorry, bro. He gonna be cooking some teams in the East, bro.
He would. But also the knock I have on Jordan is I feel like his game, and we've seen it a little bit with Kobe. It's a little inefficient at times, and I feel like
okay.
in today's NBA, when we see players that try to do that, we've seen it worked for James Harden to an extent. It worked for it works for some players to an extent, but it's not gonna win no rings.
Yeah,
these days.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that for sure. And like you said, that's what we saw with Kobe, which is why I can't really put him up there in second, but. And also, he was a leader, you know what I'm saying? But not in the sense like LeBron and MJ were. And I'll definitely put LeBron as the GOAT leader of all time anyway. But to get us back focused, we can have a whole episode dedicated to that talk. I'll go back to trades. Okay, so yeah, Kevin Durant now on the Suns. Suns really don't have a reason to not be in the finals if you ask me. But I like this Clippers team, bro. I love the way this Clippers team look. I like that. I like Russell Westbrook being paired back up with Paul George again. Yeah. And I like Kawhi Leonard being with a player like Russell Westbrook, who let's already say this, Paul George and Russell Westbrook can get into the paint with ease and dominate in the paint, dunking, laying up, or whatever. Now we can space out the court a little bit, and Kawhi Leonard can get even more involved, almost how he was in Toronto a little bit. So I like the pieces that they got around him. And Russell Westbrook, people love to talk junk about Russell Westbrook, but he is having or had a 6th man of the year level season with the Lakers. So now he's coming into a new team, a refreshing team, a refreshing scenario. I always feel like certain players just can't be on the same team as LeBron. And Russell Westbrook, to me, is one of those players. He started to kind of find his role as a bench player, but he's not a bench player. And just him being on that team is not his playing style. Like, Russ needs to be in an environment and in a team where he can really dominate. And, like, this team has similarities to the OKC team when they had MVP candidate Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, and Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. Russell Westbrook, I feel like if you look at his career, he's a proven, like, number one leader.
Yeah,
you can look at his time at so you can even look at his time with the Wizards. Like, he was still having the good seasons when he was playing that little short stint with the Wizards. And I think he has an opportunity to do it here in LA. Because we know Kawhi, personality wise, I mean, he's a leader on the court, but when you talk about the whole team, like we don't really know about the whole team situation. He likes to take some games off and things like that.
Yeah.
But we know Paul George and Russell Westbrook they play well together. We've seen that when they were in OKC together for a little bit, and that will definitely be interesting. It's just that I don't know. It's just I'm not too confident because no one was ever too confident in the Clippers before Russell Westbrook got here.
Yeah.
And then you just gotta see how they, like you said, how they fit together.
Hopefully they can beat the Mavs.
Oh yeah, somebody got to somebody got to beat the Mavs.
And I mean that backcourt with the Mavs is looking pretty decent now. I mean I still don't know how I feel about Kyrie and Luka playing together. They're just too like. I just would have never thought in this lifetime I would see them on the same team.
Yeah.
And it could work. I know before the break, I think they had lost the game, but they had like a game where they played together. Both of them had like 20-something points, like combined 50 points type of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I really don't know how that's going to look. I feel like Kyrie is a good space creator for one. Like, He knows how to get his own space. He knows how to dribble. He does. Him and Luka play the same in that sense in terms of them like, all right, here's how I'm about to get my space to get my shot up. My issue is like, okay, when it comes down to it, Luka has designated himself as a leader of this team.
Yeah.
Now, we can sit here and argue about if Kyrie is better than Luka or not. In terms of longevity, I'm going to say Luka is right there. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to see how they play together because outside of them, they just have role players. So I just need to see more games before I really try to give a real analysis on it.
Yeah, I agree. I think the addition of Kyrie might allow Luka to be more of a true point guard this time.
Okay. So you think he's gonna play point guard and Kyrie's just remain at just shooting guard, or they'll just be both point guard? You know what I'm saying?
They'll definitely share
the 1 and 2.
Yeah, they'll definitely share the point guard responsibilities, but I think we'll see less of the. People make the James Harden comparisons with Luka Doncic because he plays similar to how James was playing in Houston, like ISO ball, give me the ball, I'm gonna go get a bucket. I think with Kyrie, he doesn't have to do that all the time. Kyrie can find his space on the floor. They also got a few shooters around them too, and I think that'll allow Luka to utilize his passing ability a little bit more.
Is Kyrie gonna stay on the Suns? I mean, not Suns. My fault. On the Mavs, because I'm hearing he might. Because I think he will be a free agent after what? At the end of the season or something.
He might. Let me check that.
We're gonna fact check that.
Yeah, we're gonna fact check his contract.
But I wanted him on the Lakers, man. I think everybody did.
I think he wanted to be a Laker as well. And
he just wanted to get out of Brooklyn though.
Yeah.
I think it got to a point where he didn't even care where he wanted to go. And I know they intentionally didn't send him to the Lakers. And that's another thing I had a bone to pick with because that was so petty of them to not send him to the Lakers when they could have just got Russell Westbrook and paired him back up with KD. And KD would have stayed at Brooklyn, I feel like, if they would have brought Russell Westbrook in.
Yeah.
They squashed their beef. There's no more of that. As much as people still like to make that narrative, there's no more of that. They needed a point guard once Kyrie left. What other better guard to trade for him than Russ? You're not giving up crazy amount of players. You're not like it's fair on both ends.
Yeah.
And I was just surprised to see them not go that route.
It would have brought the league back to the balance it had before all this happened. But yes, Kyrie will be a free agent next year.
Okay.
Now, if he decides to do the crazy thing and be like, oh, I want to go join LeBron again, I think it might be too late for that. Cause
they got D'Lo.
Yeah, they got D'Lo. That team, that Lakers team.
Mo Bamba,
D'Lo, a more mature D'Lo. They can make a run. I won't say championship, but a lot of people will be like, oh, this will hurt LeBron's legacy if they don't make the playoffs. I think they're gonna make the playoffs. I give them second round at best, to be realistic. But
let's see. I mean,
they got Malik Beasley as well.
Yeah,
pretty good shooter. So
they're 27 and 32 right now. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't, like you said, they're definitely gonna make it in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But how far, like you said, is the real question. Anthony Davis is he's yet to have a full season where he's just gonna fully remain healthy.
Yeah.
And at this point, like, I want him. I mean, I'm not a Lakers fan, but I don't really want him on that team anymore. Not because he's not good, not because he doesn't mesh well with the team, but he just doesn't. Well, actually, yeah, because he doesn't mesh that well with the team, in my opinion. Like I keep saying, not everybody can play with LeBron, and Anthony Davis will work so much better in a different scenario. Like, let's put him in a scenario like, I don't know, like Portland. So now you got a guard with Damian Lillard. Now we got a big who can actually give Dame some help.
Yeah.
And who can produce and still take over a game. Like, that's the type of basketball I like. We got Dame. Dame can still drop 60 points while AD is dropping another 30 along with him. Like, and like, I want to see him in a position more like that where he can really just like have to toughen up and keep playing. But as far as I can see right now, I don't see why he would leave the Lakers.
Man, and the crazy thing is when I was watching the Lakers back in 2020 when they was making the championship run, you could tell that LeBron wanted that to be AD's team.
Yeah.
And
yes, he gave him the keys to the car.
LeBron was the backseat player to that year. I actually think AD should have won the Finals MVP that season.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
no, he carried that team. I ain't gonna lie, he definitely carried that team.
He had the big moments. LeBron had his moments as well, of course, because that's LeBron. But LeBron was like, the way he was playing, he was obviously like, AD, this is your team.
Yeah.
And I think
let him cook.
Yeah, I don't know. I think with the injuries and then how he kind of played the next season, I don't know if LeBron, maybe lost a little bit of confidence or maybe felt like, okay, I'm gonna have to step it up on his end. And like you said, then it becomes, okay, now everybody can't play with LeBron.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think if AD can just put it to his mind once again and be like, okay, this is my team, let me be the number one option. I mean, I think he'll find his game again, but it just doesn't look like that's what it is right now.
Yeah.
So
and before we talk about the Super Bowl and all that, what is your expectations for this Phoenix Sun team now?
Oh, the expectation is I can't say win a championship.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say win a championship, but it's get there. They gotta be there.
They gotta be there.
Yeah.
They have no reason not to. Their starting lineup is who? Chris Paul.
Yep.
DeAndre Ayton, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and who else? Whoever is left on that team right now.
I can't even tell you. It don't even
matter.
But
those four alone,
those four. Yeah.
I'm about to say those four alone. All of them are all-star caliber players. Like, there is no reason for them, especially if they could get to the championship that year when they had to play Milwaukee. They're in just as good as a position now to make it there again. Now, if they make it there, I fully expect them to win because Chris Paul, if they make it to the championship, I'm saying it now. This got to be Chris Paul last season if they make it to the championship.
Yeah.
Because he wants to get this ring. KD wants to get another ring, obviously. Devin Booker needs to get his ring. So, like, at this point, they've already had a taste of how it feels to be in the finals. They had a taste of that field environment. First-time finals appearance for Devin Booker. First-time finals appearance for Chris Paul. First-time finals appearance for DeAndre Ayton. So now there's no more excuses. Like, y'all been here before. Y'all know how it feels. Y'all travel. Y'all got into nail-biting games. Y'all are this close.
Yeah.
If y'all make it back to the finals, y'all better win. And I also don't see how this, I like KD on the Suns. I wanted him on the Suns when they first started hitting around and him trading and all that stuff because he just fits so perfectly into their system, and I love their coach. Like, everything just works good. And I know that he has a good relationship with Devin Booker and Chris Paul. So at this point, he's had some time to get used to Phoenix, talk to the players, talk to the coaches. They need to be working up some plays and schemes because when he gets in this game, it needs to be smooth, like the smoothest transition it can be. The one thing that will hold him back is no more bench depth, for real. But even then, I mean, I don't care.
I mean,
when
he was at Golden State, that wasn't even a problem.
That wasn't a problem, and that's the same thing, bro. Because and also Devin Booker is gonna have to be on his P's and Q's too, because once he kind of got into that spotlight of the finals and deep playoff runs, very streaky and inconsistent.
Yeah.
They can't really afford to have that. But KD is one of the best scorers I've ever seen in my life. So at this point, they have everything they need. They got everything they need, bro. I don't have no excuses. No excuses. Suns fans, if y'all lose this year.
Talking to you, Ladarius.
Yeah. Yeah, since you can't be here. Y'all lose this year, it's up and it's stuck. All right, Super Bowl. What a Super Bowl. Okay, for one of the best Super Bowls I've watched. One of the most entertaining Super Bowls.
Definitely.
It was fun to watch. High scoring. Plays were being made. But the Eagles lost. So at this point now, here's how I kind of wanted this convo to go. I'm tired of hearing Patrick Mahomes in the GOAT talk at this point in his career. Like,
yeah, it's too early.
He's not. Okay, we agree on that. He's not in the GOAT talk. But with Tom Brady being out the league right now, is he the best quarterback in the league right now? Like, or should other teams at this point just be working to be like, okay, the Chiefs are the best team, no doubt. We need to get better than them. Or should we still be fearful of teams like the Eagles, Cowboys? Ooh. Shout out to Cowboys.
No way.
Got to throw them in there.
No way. But nah, it's, man, like the Patrick Mahomes discussion, when you're talking about best in the league, I think it's safe to say he's the best in the league right now.
Yeah.
But it's so many good young quarterbacks, bro, that you can. I mean, what we seen from Joe Burrow, he already got an appearance. He was, he was right there from going back to back to the Super Bowl. I think if the Bengals had made it this year, I think they win that ring this year. Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, I'm not gonna say unfortunately.
I can't lie though. If they made it,
I think they was gonna win it again. Jalen Hurts, I think Jalen Hurts is gonna be back.
Yeah,
I mean,
without a doubt.
Like, 100%. Come on, we saw he's not afraid of the moment at all. Like, he'll do whatever it takes. I mean, we got to see what Lamar Jackson gonna do. I mean, when he gets back healthy, we know what he's gonna do. I know he's been working on his throwing.
He needs to leave the Ravens.
You think so?
Yes. They're not. Yeah. They're not putting anything around him. They're like not. He's wasting his time there. And my fault, George. I know you're a big Ravens fan, but at this point, no. Like, get out of there unless y'all are seriously going to commit to building these Bengals level teams, Chief level teams, Eagles level teams around him, so he has pieces and players he can actually throw the ball to. Yeah. He has no reason to stay there. On top of that, he's not getting paid.
No, I mean.
He's not even getting paid.
And he's work. I mean, if you look at his role on the Baltimore Ravens and how much he means to that team, he's worth that money, I feel.
Oh, like. Bro, easily.
Yeah, easily worth that money.
He is one of the best quarterbacks in this league right now.
I mean, if Deshaun Watson of all people can get that contract, that guaranteed contract, you better pay Lamar Jackson like Deshaun Watson. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Without a doubt. What I want to know though is what meds was Patrick Mahomes on? Like, he went to the sideline and popped a perk or something. Because he on the bench, y'all, for those who watching the video, he on the bench like this. Oh, like you can see he is in agonizing pain. 5 minutes, he back in there. I'm like, what did I miss? And like nothing ever happened. So, I mean, of course that probably raised some questions. I wonder if the NFL did a little surprise drug test.
And I think that they got some legal stuff back there that be knocking it. Because it, like football, bro, football's so rough. Like, there's no way. And, I mean, players, we've heard from players over the years, like, they never play at 100%. Nah. They go in the game 60. They'll go play at 60% if they could. Yeah. And we already know he wasn't 100% coming in.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because I saw the little rumors and talks about him not even potentially playing and all this stuff, which I knew was going to be capped. Like, you can't miss the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he was going to play. But, yeah, it's just toughness, man. He's tough. Like, that I would give that. Both of the quarterbacks we saw in there probably some of the two toughest players we see in the NFL. Yeah. Especially at the quarterback position. They're not going to let no ankle injury. If they can stand up, bro, they're going to stand back there and they're going to throw the ball.
Yeah. So, and, I mean, that's exactly what they did. Yeah. But yeah, I mean the Eagles fans, y'all, like I'll take that loss with a grain of salt for real. Like I know it hurt,
Yeah,
but they will be back more than once at this point.
the team is so young too.
Yeah, the team's so young, and I like stories that's built up like this. Like, Jalen Hurts' first not finals, my fault, Super Bowl appearance, didn't get the job done, of course. That's just building the story. So when they do get back there, they win it, whatever it is, he got a whole testimony. So I like this because it builds up a team's morale, kind of builds up their culture and chemistry. So I definitely expect to see them there, if not next year, in a few years or so. But they'll be back. They'll be back, and they'll definitely continue to make really deep runs in the playoffs as well.
Definitely.
So at this point, man, we covered a lot. Shubo, what you got? You had a little bit that you want to talk about.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I know we've been talking about sports for the past 50 minutes, but I just wanted to take it off of sports a little bit. I know scrolling down my Twitter timeline today, and I seen a preview for a conversation between Drake and Lil Yachty on Future Moods, this platform, and Drake is teasing that he said he's conceptualizing his graceful exit from the rap game. And
I think he J. Cole or something. He cannot have to fall off right now,
man. Like, and I mean, if I'm him and I'm looking back at my discography, as a matter of fact, I was listening to my Drake hits playlist in the gym this morning.
Okay.
By the way, that's what makes it kind of like ironic that I decided to listen to some Drake in the gym. I rarely do.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he kind of built a lot, especially the past few years. He's gonna drop like 3 or 4 times since 2020.
Yeah.
So
I mean, honestly, never mind. We can count that, I guess.
We can count. I like. There's some good spots on Honestly Nevermind. Me and Jalen have argued about that with Cam too.
Yeah.
You can check. Yeah. That was in one of our episodes from last season. You can go back to that one, and we talked about Honestly Nevermind.
We did. We did. We had a nice little in depth about that.
But I feel like it's not ridiculous for him to step away, especially with where rap is going right now. I feel like for him, he hasn't really been trying to rap as much anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, of course, her loss was straight.
Yeah,
bars,
bangers, man.
But
and that's the thing, man. Drake. I mean, I've gotten to this argument with so many people. I'll say it again with my chest. Drake is, if not the best. Like, I was asking about Michael Jackson and Drake, and I feel like Drake is, if not the best, one of the best all-time artists, like just of all time. Like, he embodies what it means to be a great artist in terms of demographic of fans, hits, numbers, everything. Like, there's not a single person you can meet that you won't meet that don't have a favorite Drake song or don't know a Drake song or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is a household name at this point. But he talking about stepping away. Like, bro, come on, it's about to be summer. Like, we need a Drake hit for the summer, bro. We need a Drake hit for the summer.
Man, he got kids now. So.
Man, okay. Did you see that interview? That they did? Oh, what is that dude's name, bro? He's a white dude with a beard and like blonde hair. He always be interviewing rappers and like celebrities. Was that
the Barstool one?
Yeah. The Barstool one. What is his name? Hold on, y'all. We gotta look this up because this was one of the funniest interviews, bro. And I think this was the first time his son was really interviewed for real. And he was asking him just like, if there's a bully at school, are you beating them up? And he was like, no, I just call them names or something like that. And then he asked if Drake, he was asking him if he could read. He was like, can you read? And he was like, no. He was like, do you blame that on your father not being good enough for you or something? He was like, no, he makes me laugh. I'm like, what does that got to do with you reading, bro?
Oh, shoot.
Bro, hold on, bro. I got to look that up, bro. That jump was so funny, bro.
No, I know he got to have some type of literacy because I know isn't he? I'm sure he's bilingual, right?
Who?
I think Drake's son is bilingual.
He bilingual?
He speaks French.
He speaks French? His mama French?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Who's his mama again?
I don't know her name.
What's she known for?
Come on, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Who? I don't know. I don't know, man. Who the baby mama?
She be
She's a content creator.
I know she does like art.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think she does art from what I've seen.
Okay, yeah, it's called Sunday with Caleb Presley. If y'all ain't watched that, y'all go watch that, bro. That is so funny. He just asked the most stupid questions, but this was a really funny interview, bro. He just sitting here talking to Drake's son like he a grown little boy or something. Like I'm like, bro, and Drake over here in the corner, he hand him a juice box. like why they over here talking?
This man Drake, so he's unserious, bro.
Nah, he's so soft, bro. But he can't leave, bro. He can't leave yet. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why he's talking like this. He may have heard Lil Yachty's new album or something, bro. Have you heard Lil Yachty's new album?
I have. I didn't think it was bad. It's just different. And I like
what?
If y'all go back to the Honestly Nevermind episode, I like different.
What?
There was some songs on Yachty's I like. I do enjoy now I like the song The Ride with Tizo Touchdown. Tyler the Creator put me on Tizo Touchdown.
Okay.
Like
I definitely don't know who that is.
That Rockstar vibe.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
I like that.
For sure. I mean, I'm glad we both have our opinions.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know. I listened to Lil Yachty's Michigan style tape, that Detroit style.
Yeah.
And he was sliding on it, bro. That's one of my favorite albums by him. But then he was like promoting his album, and he had artists and people saying like, this is a work of art, like some of the best things I've ever heard, like really boosting it. So I'm like, oh yeah, like Yachty about to prove himself as a rapper. Like that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I guess he was trying to prove himself as a versatile artist.
Definitely.
But I mean, honestly, Nevermind was a better album than that. And it was just it's very different. Like, it's very different. I think I was biased because I was coming into watching it with the headspace of like, okay, he's about to go crazy on some rap, like about to lose it.
Yeah.
And it was definitely far from that. But that's all I gotta say, honestly.
No,
like,
I knew it was gonna be different when I was. I always see stuff like I've said it 100 times in this episode, but on Twitter, like when it first dropped, people were like, "Oh, this is it's different. I like it." When they was saying they was describing his stuff was like angelic and majestic. I'm like, "Oh yeah, he's not rapping on this one."
And I should have paid attention more.
Yeah.
I thought maybe the chorus was gonna go crazy or something, but
you thought he was gonna hear that walk the Poland.
Yeah, walk to Poland. Like that song go hard. I'm like, I needed more songs like that. But you know, I can appreciate some difference coming in different. And then if y'all don't know, me and Shebo get in the studio a little bit too. We been procrastinating and BSing, but we gonna get the mixtape done. So when we do, the Bricks will be the first to hear some of the music. Next episode, we gotta let them hear a little taste of the I Can Correctly. Right? Yeah, we gotta make a little clean version. But yeah, man, we gonna wrap it up right here, man. We definitely missed doing this. We missed y'all coming back bigger and better, as you can see. Like I said, every Friday we're gonna be trying to come give y'all some content, man. Please stay active on the Instagram. We'll probably post more on there. We always been big on getting involvement from you guys. So whether that's on the story, DMs, whatever, like we here to talk about what y'all want to hear about too. So whether that's sports, stuff going on in the media, music, culture, black culture, popular things, Black History Month, shout out.
Yep.
You let us know, man. We here for y'all. Anything else you got to say, Shebo?
Yeah, man, I'm just going to let y'all know. I know spring break in the horizon for us, college students here at UNC and any other college students listening. You know, Papa Zen and your car ride back home. I know.
You said Papa what?
Papa's in the radio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said Papa Zan.
Oh, no. See, I shouldn't have said that. See, that's old. I don't know why I said that. Like, we still got cassette tapes or something. But, yeah, tune in. You know, when you ain't doing nothing, you need some entertainment. You want to be part of the conversation, bro. We here for you every Friday, like Jalen said. So
every Friday, you know where to tune in at.
Yep.
That's all from us, man. This has been Jalen with the Shebo. You already know how we go. Y'all tune in next Friday. We going bigger and better. The Bricks is back and here to stay. If you don't know, now you know, brother.